In this video, we're going to do a drill design breakdown here on Flam Time. Santa Clara Vanguard's 2018 program is on pace to become one of the classic shows in DCI history. On the surface, it seems unconventional. The collapsible platforms, the neutral-colored uniforms, and unconventional music selections can make the show feel not quite like the SCV you know and love. In this video, we're going to break down the drill and staging of this amazing show and examine how it tells and furthers the overall story of the 2018 production Babylon. The show opens with this set. The bulk of the performers are in and around the platforms, which are all connected into one big platform, and two guard members are staged on top. This entire form is staged asymmetrically and weighted on side A. This is the thing we're going to see carried through the entire first chunk of the show, really. Now, the bulk of the core begins to move away and pull apart the platform occupied by the two guard members. This is a nice change of both visual density and starts to really set up the entire narrative device of tearing apart the structure. At this point, we've descended into a bit of visual chaos. There are tightly formed groups as well as some scattered individuals. These groups and individuals move in different directions, helping emphasize the dissonant tone of the music. That chaos then transitions into this beautiful, classic drum corps form of sweeping curves. Of course, there's one brilliant exception in this form. The breaks in the form that are caused by both the props and the clumps of color guard members. These blue lines show what we're used to seeing as drum corps fans, but the broken form really elevates the story and keeps it moving forward. As the music becomes even more dissonant, we have two visual ideas happening here that support that notion. We can see these two large circles, which are rotating counterclockwise, and these smaller squares and platforms are also rotating along with them. On this transitional page, we see a visual mix of the red performers and the cream-colored performers. That is immediately followed by this form, where the guard and the rest of the horn performers are separated, except for one performer on each side, on the bottom left and on the top right. This form is very important as it serves as the beginning of this next act. This form is reprised a little bit later. The curve in the instruments through the dense blocks help emphasize this asymmetrical theme we've been seeing since the beginning. Now, I'm not spending time really dissecting the guard work, but this touch of bright yellow in the bottom left, followed by the purple on the top left, is a nice use of complementary colors to keep the story going about there are these things that don't match, they don't agree. It helps draw the eyes around the field when we see these contrasting colors. Here we start to see soloists start to emerge from this chaos, and these soloists are having this conversation to bring these ruins back together. However, at this stage in the production, we're still in a bit of chaos, and there are three soloists on the right and one soloist on the left. We're still out of balance, we still have this asymmetry. Here we see the first form that starts to even the visual weight around the field, and it combines the red and white performers. I love this picture as it's a bookend to the set that opened this portion of the show. The previous form had this kind of exclamation point form on side A with the curve from the horns through the solid block. This form is an answer to that with the two waves opposing each other and the exclamation point on the right. Now those two waves symbolize that we're trying to get together, but we're not quite there yet. Here we have a bit of a battle scene with red guard members tossing performers in cream off the platforms. Then one of the performers in the cream uniforms emerges victorious. Here unison, balance, and symmetry take over the show, and the soloists are having this musical conversation about bringing everything back together. The guard forms these red circles on each side to further bring balance to the form. Then this hit. We have this very symmetrical form accompanied by the horns just blasting in the middle. I wish I could play that for you because it's amazing. Then the guard comes into the middle of the form, kind of keeping that balance. This form is asymmetrical, but it still has a great balance to it. As club sound intensifies, we get into this dance sequence. Now, I know a lot of DCI diehards might not love the idea of a big dance number in the middle of a big drum corps show, but it serves a good narrative purpose here. All of the members are doing the same dance together at the same time. From here, it's just more crazy, balanced, symmetrical drill to drive to the end of this great show, where the previously broken apart platform structures are reassembled into a big line, bringing more unity and bringing a close to the show. That's how I watched this 2018 Santa Clara Vanguard show. Let me know what you think in the comments. Thanks for watching Flam Time, and we'll see you again soon.